Let's talk about braids, single plaits. Now, single plaits are very popular in the hair and beauty industry, and as you can see, I've got my braids in, and I do braid my hair probably twice a year, and one of the reasons why is because if you constantly braid your hair, and especially when you're doing ponytails, and if you're doing very long, thick braids, it will weigh down your hair and it can start pulling around the hairline. So you have to be very careful with plaiting the hair too tight. If you can feel like a pinch of your hair, like slight tension, it's too tight. Because over a period of time, what happens is little strands start to pull away and it breaks. And that's where you get like thinning around the hairline. So I would be very careful if you tend to braid your hair quite a lot. Also, if it's very, very long and very thick, it's going to create more weight. And if you are someone who braids your hair for throughout the whole year, and that is the main style that you tend to wear, I would highly recommend you leaving your hair out for a period of time, say about 2 to 3 months, before you start re-braiding again, or even change the hairstyles from time to time so that you're not stuck in the same hairstyle and creating so much tension. One of the things that I find quite beneficial when I'm braiding my hair is when I use my au natural hair mud, and it's called a natural hair mud because it has this muddy texture to it, but it is very light on the scalp. It allows your scalp to breathe and it doesn't weigh down your hair. But especially when you braid your hair, you just need a small amount and you apply it in between the braids, because sometimes your scalp might feel itchy, your braids might look slightly dull, and when you just apply a small amount of the au naturel, it provides a lot of sheen, it rejuvenates the hair, it stops the hair from flaking and itching, because that's another thing. When you're braiding your hair, it itches, and sometimes you can get chronic itching, and what happens with that is your scalp start to get sore, and when it gets sore it can get infected. So I would highly recommend my au natural hair mud, because it is free from all those hidden nasties that you sometimes find in a lot of products. It is plant-based. You've got quite a long list of natural oils that's in there, and it's formulated especially for people with sensitive scalp. Okay, so you can use it on children. I would recommend children from the age of 2 years on over. You can use it on men's hair, as long as it's hair that's quite thirsty, dry, and also if you've got flaky, itchy scalp, I would highly recommend it. Now, back onto talking about the single plaits. Now, the benefit of applying the au natural hair mud is not just because it's great for your scalp and it's great for your hair, but the beautiful thing is when you remove your braids, you get less of the hair loss, because sometimes when you take your hair out, because it's so dry, it's so flaky, you get all that stuck into the base of the hair, and all of the flakes are stuck in between the plaits. So I would suggest apply that on before you even plait the hair. And when you remove the braids, you will find that it'll be much easier. You're not going to get the matting like before, perhaps, and you'll find it just a lot less hassle trying to get through those tangles. So just try it, and then get back to me and tell me exactly how you found it, because I know that you will find it much, much better when you're actually braiding, or even if you're cornrowing your hair. So that's the end of the video, and I just want to say, just try it, and I know you would love it.